Thank you, Sir Chairman. Sir, I also raised to join hands with the leader of the House and the leader of the opposition and many leaders of this August House in paying tribute and respect to the many of our leaders who have departed in the last 6 months. In the last 6 months, it is very, very unfortunate for the state and also for the reason where we have lost as much as 17 number of outstanding leaders of the country, and out of which 5 outstanding leaders of our state has lost. This is one of the greatest loss for the state and of the reason and communities and for the family. Like late Robert Cussing, who was a former member of parliament, late Singh Muli, with whom, with these 2 individuals, I could not have opportunity to meet them. But however, I believe that they have made an outstanding contribution for the state, for the region, and for the country. Sir late J.D. Rambai, who is our former Chief Minister of the state and MLA. I got an opportunity to meet late J.D. Rambai when I was a student leader, when he was the Chief Minister of the state. I feel impressed and blessed to meet such a leader who is humble in heart and very having simplicity, character, and a caring person. He was as just said his predecessor, he was the 5th times MLA of the state, and the 5th 25 long journey as an MLA is talk about how he was, and this talk about his strong and tall testimony. Sir late Arjulingdo, whom I always look upon. He was a leader of the mass, and when he was the Home Minister, former Home Minister of the state, I got an opportunity to meet him for about 3 times. When I was secretary of one of the NGO, I happened to meet him to invite to my village to attend in one of the festival called the Atong Festival. And since then, I'm very much impressed the way he led the state, his administration, and the way he loved towards the people. What he did for the state when he was the former Home Minister of the state, when the state was burning in view of the militancy issue, especially in Garo Hills, he has able to lead the state in addressing the law and order situation of the state by settlement with the ANBC during those times. But today, as I look upon him as my elder brother and always as a leader, and I look upon, I think he left too early. The way he made contribution for the state, for its progress, is very, very, very tall testimony that he left behind for us. And the vacuum that he created by his demise, untimely demise, will be very difficult for the state to fill the vacuum again. Apart from many leaders would like to take the man, let Sir Albingston M. Sangma, who was the former Minister of the State, and also the former Chief Executive Member of the Goddess Autonomous District Council, and also he was my MLA when he represented 37 Rongrengre constituency prior delimitation. Even till before his last breath, he is a man not to be forgotten and will not be forgotten by the people of the state, by the people of the region, and by the communities and the family. He is always connected with many leaders of the state across political spectrum, and he always tried to call and give callings to every leaders and MLAs of the region. He always I am very much connected with him through family lineage. He always keep me calling, always, even mostly once every week, and he advised me and asked me to pursue many dreams that during his time that he could not be achieved. One of his dreams was since late Syiem Sangma was one of the closest co-worker of late Captain Sangma, when there was a movement for separate hill state for the state of Meghalaya from Assam. He was a former minister, and when he was a minister, his dream was to connect the Guwahati to Bangladesh through Bakmara with trains, with railway connectivity. So he always kept me advising me to pursue the matter that if we want to progress economically, we need better connectivity with Assam, with the neighboring countries, so that our business, our economy will be upgraded. Therefore, let Syiem Sangma, he breathed his last breath on 16th June 2022 at the age of 97 years. On hearing his demise, I was on my way to attend his funeral, but unfortunately, at the night of his demise, the entire region of the South Koreas, where mostly he represented, there was a heavy rainfall, and there's lots of landslide and the flood, and most of the road has been blocked. I feel, it's my personal opinion, that on his demise, even the nature salute such a great leaders. Sir Chairman, Sir Speaker, sir, these are our outstanding leaders of the past, which made our state unique and added the beauty fragrance for the progress of the state in the past. Their demise is greatly, very, very greatly lost to every one of us. And the five leaders mostly of our state, Sir J.T. Rambai, Singh Muley, R.J. Lingdo, and Syiem Sangma. These are the precious asset of our state. I believe what they did for the state in the past when the times allow and when the God allows them to do, it was impressive, and the testimony will still impress, still inspire us today. But the destiny of our life, the destiny of our soul is not in our hands. Therefore, I believe their utmost contribution for the growth of the state, for the peace of the state, and for the beauty of our state will remember today and tomorrow and for the eternity. I believe that the footprints they left behind for us, for the region, for the state, for the community, for the family, will be remembered and will be highly injustice not to follow. Therefore, on my behalf, on the behalf of my constituency people and of the district, of the state, I would like to give my homage, my deepest condolences to the bereaved family. And I pray that their departed soul rest in peace. With this few submission, I resume my seat. Thank you, sir.
I also rise to join along with the leader of the House and the leader of the oppositions. We have, within 6 months, we have lost illustrious leaders and tall leaders of the state as well as from the country. Though I'm not fully associated with them, but I have few people who are from the state of Meghalaya. Especially, we have lost 5 illustrious and stalwart leaders from the state. Now I remember Robert Kersing when he used to call me that time. He took my phone number from when we met me in the secretariat. I just remember him as a Rambasnong of, that means Rambasnong of Lamukra. That time he called me off for several times and he learned about me regarding the Nokmas, how we culture about the Nokmas, how we claim. And we talk about several times regarding the systems of Nokma and Rambasnong. And though we are not closely associated, but we discussed several times with him. I would like to convey my sincere condolences to his bereaved family and for his people as well. I do not know exactly the different kinds of Indian leaders, but I want to talk about my own uncle, Mama. We call it Mama Belinfa. We reside in the same locality. He is a very good person as well. I have a fond memory of him. Whenever he went to campaign to different parts of the Garo Hills, first, especially in South Garo Hills, he used to go to Mendikre, my own birthplace, native place, with Kitan W. Sangma. And he is a good lecturer, not only a good lecturer, he is a good orator. I remember him in a different way. He is the best friend of my father. And whenever he went to that place, he used to visit my home. And that also, we remember, that time we were very small, but I remember once. He is always give us good ideas and lectures and give us wisdom. He always teaches us wisdom and understanding. I know one thing from the good things from him. He is a good person. He maintains his health. Though he has so many vehicles, he never ride in the vehicles. He used to walk by foot. He maintained that health also. And once I remember when I was working with P. Sangma, I remember, led P. Sangma. And that time also, we are working with NCP. That time that Mama Belinpa, he came to that residence and I still remember that time where I'm not working with that present time. That time I work as a party worker in the NCP. That time our former Lok Sabha speaker, Latvi Sangma, he called him and he asked his advice and everything to join the party. Though we cannot convince the party, though we can convince him to join the party, he gave us so many advice and ideas how to work for the people, how to go forward for the people of Garo Hills and Meghalaya especially. Though I don't have any close relationship with the J.D. Rumbai, still he's a good person. I know that he's a former Chief Minister of Meghalaya and he contributed lots to the people of Meghalaya. And I remember R.J. Lingdong, once he is Chief Home Minister of Meghalaya, I remember him. That time we worked as an NGO also, that as Rakkam has mentioned me, that we know him for his good character and good ideas and courage also. And we know him as a singer as well. He used to sing the song also that in the different kinds of celebrations. So I give my sincere deepest congratulations to his family as well. And I once remember the tall leaders of the Meghalaya, the loss that they have deported their souls. Within 6 months, we have lost 5 great and illustrious and stalwart leaders of the Meghalaya. With this Though they have lost, they have given us some ideas and ideologies which we can carry on, which we can carry forward and work for the people of Meghalaya, particularly for, especially for Meghalaya. And now I want to I want to send my deepest condolences to all these bereaved families and to all the tour leaders of the state of Meghalaya as well as the state of the country. With these few words, I submit my condolences to the bereaved family. And Mr. Speaker, sir, I resume my seat.
I also rise to participate, to join hand with the leader of the House, the leader of the opposition, and all the esteemed colleagues in this august House, to condole the death of 17 distinguished leaders whom the country and the state we have lost in the past. It is always a privilege to remember the loved and dear one, to remember the one who have contributed so much towards the society as a whole. Out of 17 distinguished leaders who have been the Member of Parliament, the Member of Legislative Assembly of our country, the 5 leaders who belong from our state, that is Sri late Robert Syiem, late Sri J.D. Rambai, late Sri Singmuli, late Sri Alvin Stone Sangma, and late Sri R.G. Lungdo. Late Robert Syiem is the person whom I have met in the past when he is a member of Rajya Sabha from our state. He is instrumental in one of the issues that has happening in our family. That is between 2002, where he personally came to our house to convince my father to contest election from Mauhati constituency from NCP ticket that time. He came, we had a nice time, we had lunch together, a very soft-spoken person, a great heart, a scholar, a teacher. And I remember, even though my father that time, he was not fully convinced to contest election, but at the end, by the attitude of late Sri Robert Syiem, he was convinced and contest. My late father also contest unsuccessfully the 2003 election from Mauhati constituency. So there are memories in which our family also, we cannot forget this great leader who has contributed as a student leader, as a Rangbak Shnong, as an MLA, as an MP, and we hope that the contribution that he has made, it will be a legacy for our next generation. Late Sri J.D. Rambai, who is like a father figure for me, and he is one of the tall leaders where Ribhoi district has produced. He is one of the chief minister of our state, apart from Dr. Didi Lapang and late Sri Ike Maulong. Sri J.D. Rambai, right from his younger days, he is known to be a low-profile, down-to-earth person whom everybody would love to associate. He is instrumental in leading the group which pressurized the government of the day that time from several organizations like the Ribhoi Dorbar, Ribhoi District Sport Association, and others. He is instrumental to gather leaders, to motivate how to get the full-fledged civil subdivision of Ribhoi and a full-fledged district of Ribhoi district on 4th of June 1992. He is the chairman of the Ribhoi district demanding committee that time. He has led from the front under the guidance of Dr. Didilapang that time. And he is instrumental in bringing together all leaders, MLAs, MDCs representing respective political party to be under one umbrella for this good cause. And as a legislator from Ribhoi, I personally have a special gratitude for his work that he has done in the past for the benefit of the people of the state and our district also. I have few memories when he served as the chief minister. That was during December 2006, when we went on a delegation from one school managing committee for prayers for upgradation of the secondary school to the higher secondary. As a chief minister that time, I remember he's very polite, down to earth, approachable in nature. And as a managing committee, we requested him that this school should be upgraded from secondary to higher secondary. He replied very politely that I cannot promise because I don't know whether I will still remain in this chair in days to come. Because that time the political instability in the state, it is there. The change of guard in every now and then. So that is the response, very politely he said. But I'm happy after that, that school was upgraded from secondary to higher secondary with financial assistance from the government. We could not forget his legacy. That time as a youth congress volunteer party worker, I remember the way he used to motivate all of us to fight together for the cause of Ribhoi district. And the loss of late Sri J.D. Rambai is a great loss to me personally, to the constituent of Nongpo constituency, to all the constituent of Ribhoi district, because he is the leader which has been produced by the state to serve in his capacity in the whole of his career. So I would convey my deepest condolences to his family members and to all concerned for this loss that we have been through. Late Sri R.G. Langdor, I had the privilege to meet several times with him, a leader who spoke his heart, who led from the front in any cause, be it in any capacity he is serving, but he spoke his heart. And during his tenure as a legislator, as a minister that he has served in the past, he has contributed so much. Our state have lost a leader who really showed the true color of his heart. We convey our deepest condolences to his family and also to our present member, Ampurin Langdo, as his sister, for this great loss. We convey our condolences for the loss of Sri Singh Muli, the leader from Jaintia Hill, who has contributed so much, and late Sri Albin Stone M. Sangma, tall leader from Garo Hills, and all the 12 leaders, distinguished leaders who have contributed in different capacity that they have served in the past. May God will grant them, will condole their death, and I'm sending my deepest condolences to all the family members of all the leaders and their bereaved family. With these few words, I resume my seat. Thank you, sir.